Push the goddamn button. Push the goddamn button.
So, Angel Reese went live and got very emotional after her ex-boyfriend, Jalen Duran, allegedly exposed her. So he exposed her for having 80 bodies. That's 80 penises. That's 160 testicles. And she said he's mad because I made him spend $600,000 a week on me. So you bragging that you lost a man that was spending $600,000 a week on a whore, on a slut, on somebody that can't even make a layup? A wannabe stripper showing ass and titty juices from balls to wall, and you lost that man? What the fuck?
Titty juices.
Angel Reese went live and got
bro. Shout out to bro. I don't even know where to start with this, bro. I guess they like been going back and forth, you know, typical breakup stuff. The difference is these are just rich, spoiled people who argue online with their personal issues instead of keeping it private. And like I'm trying to be very like neutral in this case, right? For me, I always believed in handling everything off screen. Nothing should ever be for the camera or the public. As far as they're concerned, y'all could still be together. Then y'all ain't seen each other in 8 years. That's how well you're supposed to keep your privacy. But I want to talk about one, how needy you got to be to go to social media to air out your grievances, to get the opinions and thoughts of other people to side with you on who is right and wrong in a situation that happened between you and the other person. When we get to speculating, we're only going off of what we've seen. We aren't private investigators. We didn't monitor you day in and day out to know what happened there. So as far as that situation with her and her former dude, this could have just been amicable and we never needed to know about it. But because in this day and age, everything has to be documented and recorded for whatever purpose, here we are. A live stream, I guess she did, has her, I guess, flexing or trying to big herself up by highlighting allegedly this brother spending $600,000 a week on her is the reason why he's bitter and upset with her. Which, first of all, I want to be perfectly clear. How the hell do you spend $600,000 a week? Or what are you doing with $600,000 a week? Because clearly you weren't making that a year in the WNBA. So you found you a sucker who probably actually cared about you. You found a good dude that really rocked with you to spend that type of bread on a narcissistic thirst box who really is edging her way into OnlyFans. You found somebody to spend all that bread on you. Y'all break up for whatever reason. You move on, but y'all still going back and forth on the internet. And something inside of him just won't let you go. Is that what I'm gathering from this? That you were just such an exceptional girlfriend that the thought of him being without you is just eating him up alive. So he's going on a rant online to destroy your character. 80 bodies. 80 bodies at the age of 23 is not really far-fetched considering the climate that we are in. And I remember like growing up, we already knew what sex was anyway. A lot of my peers were having sex in fucking elementary school. And I'm just putting it out there for the parents or future parents. We are there. That is the timeline that we are on right now. So don't get it twisted. Don't ever think that if you walking around your house in a towel or whatever the fuck the case may be, that these kids ain't seeing it or they are not advancing at a younger rate. Because yes, so I'm not surprised if she has 80. 80 is wild as hell though for being 23. But she goes on to say, well, shit, there's people that I played ball with and went to college with that had 300. 300? So y'all niggas just don't, y'all don't care. It's clear. I was never going to spend $80,000-$90,000 a year on no books, a degree, and then come out into the work field and not have a job. I think college is one of the biggest scams that you could ever like formulate. But you go to college to have an experience, and I know that that's a part of it. Indiscriminate sex, drugs, alcohol, joining sororities, and all that. But at the end of the day, 300 bodies, 80 bodies. But you are what? Supposed to be a representation of females for little girls. I think, oh man, this is rough, bro. Because we talk about the body count stuff all day and all night. Well, men can have all these body counts, then it shouldn't be a problem with women, but y'all won't never disclose y'all numbers. Really, all this shit is trifling. It's nasty as hell. That's why we got so many STDs and diseases and soul ties out here, because nobody has discipline anymore at all. Everything is overly sexualized. And what's really concerning is that you don't understand that while we celebrate the accomplishments of having intercourse with so many different people, that's not really a victory when you understand like what it actually does to your spiritual body and your physical body, your mental health and all that. It's not really a win. So it's like you saying, well, I only had 80, but compared to some of them, they had it just, even her saying that, it makes you realize just how sneaky, conniving, and nefarious a lot of these women, not all, but a lot of these women are when it comes to sharing information that might be pertinent to the person that is looking to possibly court them in the future. You don't understand what this stuff does to you in the long run. And I'm sorry, I ain't knocking it, to each his own. I never thought that she was someone that little girls should look up to. But for all intents and purposes, you got a whole new dude, right? You shouldn't be going back and forth with him. And as far as your ex, Why are you still going back and forth with her, sir? Why? Are you really that butthurt? Like, what happened, my guy? Why are you still arguing with her? Once I walk away from you, I don't want to talk about you. I don't want your name coming up in conversations. Your name does not exist to me anymore. You are just no. I don't know how y'all be still doing it. I don't want nothing else to do with you. But see, clout and attention is a hell of a drug. All this money, all this success, all this fame. And you actually sat up here allegedly and was handing out that type of money to a chick who didn't even respect her body enough to keep it tight and healthy for that one specific person. 80 at 23 is wow. That's horrible. Y'all can try to make it seem like that's not bad at all. But I guarantee you a lot of y'all would wish you could start all over again. Y'all need to mature. Period. And being that irresponsible, blowing your like you can do whatever you want, but that's irresponsible as hell. If you really out here just blowing your money on stupid shit like that for a woman that you wasn't even about to marry, oh yeah, you definitely gonna have to take an L with this too. It ain't just on her. Where in your mind did you think that that was going to make her a wife or make her reciprocate or love you areas that you needed? You NBA players, these y'all make some of the fucking horrible decisions. Y'all can't choose partners for nothing. But to each his own. To each his own. She admits to 80. I wouldn't even be surprised if it was more, especially right now. You around all these stars and shit. Oh yeah. I'm not putting that on your jacket, but shit, if you can call out your friends for catching 300, like this is, I'm gonna shut up.